Complaints. Everyone has some. Hey, what's going on everybody? Rick here, and today we're going to go over the top 10 complaints people have about Universal Orlando. Now, we're not going to get too worked up over this. We're going to keep it kind of casual, do this as a walk and talk style video, just like we're two friends walking through the theme park together. And I will note that this list is in no particular order, except for the last thing on the list. It was the thing mentioned most often and the thing that I had not thought of. So it surprised me, so I'm going to save that for last, but otherwise it's in no particular order. And I guess I should mention this list was compiled from a survey I sent to my channel members. And let's not mess around. Let's get to the elephant in the room. A big complaint about Universal Orlando from a lot of people: too many screen rides. Let's just think about the last few attractions they put in over here at Studios. Born Stuntacular has a screen. Fast and Furious has a screen. Jimmy Fallon Race to New York has a screen. So that's, oh, Minion Blast has a screen. So that's like, what, 4 in a row? Personally, I'm not opposed to screen rides per se if they are done correctly. I mean, after all, Studios is based off of movies, so having screens kinda, seems applicable, but it's just the way that they're done. For example, I'll give you some good screen rides. Gringotts, Spider-Man, Transformers. So I really like the screen rides that give you more of a physical feel, a physical thrill, and give you some other sensations other than visual. Throw some G-forces at you, like what happens in Transformers and Spider-Man and Gringotts. Now, I do personally take exception to how often they add screen rides. They do it too frequently. One screen ride after another after another. Mix it up a bit. If you're going to add a screen ride, let's not have the very next attraction be another screen ride. Do some type of roller coaster or other type of form of attraction other than a screen ride. Let's not do it one after the other, after the other, after the other. And then, of course, let it be more than just sitting in a theater looking at a screen and you're slightly jostled. If it's part of a larger ride where you're in a ride vehicle and the screens are used to enhance the storytelling, like Spider-Man or Transformers or Gringotts, that works. So here's something on the list mentioned by my viewers that has happened to me, but I didn't think about it when I thought about making this video. Ice. They're always running out of ice at these Coke Freestyle machines. What's up with that? I personally have had to drink lukewarm water. While it does do the job of rehydrating you, it doesn't really refresh you. So apparently those Coke Freestyle machines do not make their own ice. I think they are refilled by team members, and especially during the summertime when a lot of people are refilling for water and soda and Powerade. By the afternoon we start running out of ice. So I don't know if Universal can do anything about it, but it is a complaint. E.T., a classic, nostalgic, original ride, sparks a complaint. Now, the complaint is not with E.T. itself. Rather, the complaint is with Universal getting rid of classic, nostalgic rides, or having a lack of classic and nostalgic rides, such as Jaws and Back to the Future. If we can compare to the Mouse House, for example, I think they have, like, at the Magic Kingdom, 17 rides that would consider to be classic, nostalgic rides. And Disney really plays into that fact of, a ride you rode as a child, such as It's a Small World, or Peter Pan's Flight, or the Teacups, or the Haunted Mansion. You can do that with your own children. Here at Universal, you really don't have that opportunity, as really, I would say the only nostalgic classic ride that remains is E.T. So you only have that one opportunity here at Universal to experience that nostalgic feeling that you had as a child with your own children or grandchildren. Now, to that regard, I will admit The classic nostalgic ride of Jaws did make way for a better experience. I just wish instead of bulldozing over Jaws to build the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, they could have done that with, say, the old Fear Factor Stadium and the MIB experience. That would have been the better option, as that way we could have kept the classic beloved attraction Jaws. Now here at Studios, there's nothing we can really do about this. It is E.T. and only E.T. Maybe animal actors, you want to throw that in there. But there's still hope for Islands of Adventure, as, you know, Stu's Landing can stay the same. Spider-Man, if they keep that. So at least at Islands, we do have that opportunity to keep some rides and let them become classic, nostalgic rides for us. Now here's a complaint I had not thought of, but my channel members did. Non-seasonal merchandise does not get refreshed enough. Now at Christmas time, you get a load of new merch, Christmas themed merchandise. At Halloween, we get hit with new Halloween merchandise. But throughout the rest of the year, it seems like it's the same merchandise year after year, store after store. Such as here in the Quickie Mart, where it seems like it's the same Simpsons t-shirts and merchandise all the time. Now this is not a big deal for people who don't come that often, but for people who make Universal an annual vacation, I think they would enjoy a little more spice, a little more variety in the merchandise offered. But with that being said, they should never get rid of that Simpsons Best Vacation Ever t-shirt. That is a must buy when visiting Universal. How about this one? Inconsistency of announcements. Sometimes Universal will announce things months in advance, sometimes only days, sometimes via press release or multiple platforms like Twitter and IG and Facebook, but sometimes just a single platform, like maybe only Facebook. That's especially true for pass holders. For pass holders, it's almost like you have to be a member of the UOAP pass holder group on Facebook to get some announcements. And for myself, sometimes I know Universal is about to make an announcement, but then I don't know what platform they're going to do it on. Are they just going to send out a press release? Are they going to put it on Twitter X? Is it going to be an IG? Do I need to be on alert for the Facebook group for this announcement? Sometimes I don't even know. I keep checking everything. As someone whose job it is to pay attention to announcements by Universal, never know how they're going to hit. A complaint given to me by my channel members. A lot of unused structures and wasted space, such as the Fear Factor Stadium here, the Lost Continent, Sinbad's Theater, that amphitheater they have over there in between Marvel and Toon Lagoon. So a lot of people listing that as a complaint for Universal. I don't know. It's kind of a small complaint with me. Although I just kind of look at these areas as future expansion areas. But other than being just an empty lot that will be expanded into, there's already structures there. So it kind of requires some demo. Like perhaps one day, this Fear Factor Stadium will be demoed to make way for a new attraction. And the same can be said for the Lost Continent. Hello, Legend of Zelda. Or the amphitheater over there. But just look at it that way, and maybe it won't be such a complaint for you. Future expansion areas abound at Universal Orlando. As we head into the Wizarding World, we do have a Wizarding World complaint. But not with Diagon Alley over here at Studios, but rather Hogsmeade. Or to be more specific, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure complaint does not have an express line. How many years has it been? It's been a lot. And unfortunately, I don't think Hagrid's will ever get an express line. It is the most popular ride at Universal Orlando Resort, whether it be Studios or Islands of Adventure, so it gets a long wait. Just think, if there were express for that attraction, then occasionally that line, the regular standby line, would have to be paused to let express people through, thereby creating an even longer line for Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. So to be honest, will it ever get an express line? I mean, we can't say it never will, but I do not anticipate Hagrid's getting an express line for a long time. Even with Epic Universe opening, I don't think that's going to affect the Hagrid wait time that much. So that is the reason why I think it's not getting an express. It would just make the standby line longer. So unfortunately, that is one complaint that will fall on deaf ears, despite the fact that Universal can easily do something about it. But I think we do understand the reason why they don't. Alright, continuing our walk and talk through San Francisco regarding the top 10 complaints at Universal Orlando Resort. This next one is something I hear a lot. Probably the one I hear the most. That's because I do food reviews in every update video. And the complaint is the pricing of the food. The food is very expensive. I realize this. I just paid 20 bucks the other day for a chili dog meal. So I get it. I'm buying food all the time. I understand. But I also understand, much like a movie theater, which overcharges for popcorn and candy, we are trapped inside of here. We're not really trapped. We could leave if we wanted to. But we're inside the park. So if we want to eat, we need to eat their food. Therefore, they can charge a little more for their hot dogs, their hamburgers, their drinks, just like the movie theater does. So I feel your pain, and probably I feel it a little more than you do. I don't complain about it because I'm just used to it. And besides, you guys really do enjoy the food reviews inside of those update videos, so I've got to do it for you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you must not be subscribed to the channel. I'm going to give you the opportunity right now. Click that subscribe button. I'm here at Universal all the time. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest happenings, get some tips and tricks, make sure you are subscribed to Rix Flix. Complaint: no nighttime show, no fireworks, no nightly spectacular at the end of the night here at the lagoon. Now, part of that complaint is when they do have it, it's only like seasonal, it's not year-round or nightly. But here lately, they have not had any nighttime shows at this lagoon, nor at the Hogwarts Castle. I don't know what's going on with that Hogwarts Castle, but I do know they are working on a new show for here at the Lagoon at Studios, even rumored to have drones. Now, when it comes to fireworks, unlike Disney, Universal is in more of an urban area where there's more housing around, so Universal is limited somewhat in what they can do with fireworks. That's why they never have huge fireworks a part of their nighttime spectaculars, any of them that they've ever had. But like I said, drones could be the answer for the lack of fireworks. And like I said, while currently there is no show, a new one is being developed, hopefully for the summer of 2024 for that debut. Now, whether or not they have it nightly or they keep it seasonal, that will be yet to be determined. Hopefully it is nightly. And considering that Epic Universe is also in more of a residential area, I don't have high hopes for a big grand firework nighttime show there. But again, drones may be the answer. In fact, over time, the cost of the drones would be better than the cost of nightly fireworks. And the #1 complaint of Universal Orlando Resort, given to me by my channel members. Something I had not considered because I'm more of a morning afternoon guy, but park hours. They say the park closes too early. For example, today both Islands of Adventure and Studios close at 7 p.m. That is a full 2 hours earlier than what the Disney parks are closing today. Now, park hours are seasonal. It wouldn't close so early today if today was the summertime, but I'm recording this in the first week of March. Summertime hours would be extended, but no matter what, it always seems like Universal theme parks close earlier than the Disney theme parks. Now, me being a pass holder and a resident of Central Florida, I don't notice this so much because I come in the morning, I'm here for a few hours, I go. I'm not here on vacation at a resort being finished with my theme park day at 7 p.m. and then having to go back to the resort or find something to do in City Walk. For those that visit and are here on vacation wanting to do theme park stuff, I can understand their frustration with Universal closing their theme parks so early. Now, this is a complaint Universal could change tomorrow if they wanted to, but I'm sure they have done cost and revenue analysis and have determined that having the park open for those extra couple of hours, the revenue not worth the cost. So therefore, I don't know if they're going to change it here at Studios or at Islands of Adventure, but again, we will see what happens at Epic. What will they do at Epic? Will that be their late night park? So there you have it. Those are the top 10 complaints I've received about Universal Orlando Resort. Let me know what you think of the list. Something undeserving to be on the list, or maybe I missed something. You have a different complaint. Let me know in the comment box below. As for now, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Watch this video next.